Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making this beautiful 3D applique. Okay, so if this looks like what you're interested in, definitely keep on watching. Fabric I'll be using for this project. Okay, so I just have a tiny bit of a fabric here. I'm going to be using it for both the fabric and the lining. Okay, you are advised to use the fabric for the lining as well, so that if peradventure the applique turns over, or if the person turns to the wrong side by mistake, the applique is going to still be showing the beautiful fabric. Okay, so and this is a color stay. Presently while making this video, I have the lighter one. Okay, so if you want to make your own applique, if you go to the market, tell them to give you a strong color stay so that it's going to stand very well. Okay, so me, while making this, I'm going to double this. I'm going to double this to give me the texture that I need. Okay, so let's go ahead with the video. Next thing I'm going to do is, on the color stay I'm going to be using, I'm going to draw out the shape of the applique that I want to make. Okay, so this is the shape of the applique I want to make. I just want to make like a tiny leaf. Okay, so this is the applique that I want to make. This is it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this applique as many as I want. Okay, so you can make this larger, you can make it tiny depending on the size of the applique that you like. So on my collar, I just drafted out the color, the size of the applique that I want. So I'm just going to fold this over, okay, so that I can be able to cut these two pieces. All right, you can fold as many as you want, so you can cut as many as you like at once. All right, so let me just cut out. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut more. Okay, let me just cut. Let me just fold this into 4 so I can cut out 4 at once. Okay, so this is what we have, right? I'm going to do is to start gumming my applique on the actual fabric. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this color stay has a gum. Okay, so you're just going to stick it on your actual fabric, making sure that the gum part, which is the shiny part, is facing the wrong side of the fabric, because this is the right side and this is the wrong side. Okay, so this is how you're going to attach it, making sure you have at least 0.5 inches all round, because you're going to be leaving the turning allowance to it. After gumming it, you are going to trim out. Okay, so while trimming out, you are going to make sure you leave some allowance for the turning. So this is it. I'm also going to go ahead and cut out lining for the pieces. Let me just fold this. Since we have 4 of these, I'm just going to fold this into 4 so I can get the lining at once. To go ahead to do is to turn the lining. Okay, so this is the front, this is lining. Okay, this is the right side of the fabric. I'm just going to place this on top, making sure that the right side is facing each other, and you're going to go to your sewing machine and sew very close, the closest you can get to the actual applique. Okay, remember that the white thing is the actual applique, so you are going to sew very close, the closest you can get to the actual applique, so that when you turn it's just going to lay flat. Okay, so you are going to do the same thing for all the appliques. Was done. This is what we have. Okay, I turned all the appliques and this is what we have. Okay, so we are going to go ahead now and trim round. All right, making sure that you are not cutting the actual applique. Just cut closest to where you sew. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut all. Right, so when you're done trimming, next thing you're going to do is to open on the lining. Remember that this is the front and this is the line. Okay, to just give a tiny hole on the lining so that from there you're going to turn it inside out. And when you are putting a hole on the lining, make sure that you come down to the mouth of the applique so that when you attach it on the cloth, it's not going, that hole is not going to be showing on the wrong side of the dress. Okay, I will tell you what I mean. I will show you what I mean later. Just give a hole that is going to be enough for you to turn it as inside out. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn this inside out through this hole. Turning the applique can be a bit stressful, but you just have to try and be gentle at it. Okay, so here we have finally succeeded in turning the whole applique. All right, so we are just going to press it. Right, press it very well, give it a very nice press. This is what we have after we are done turning. Okay, so this is all our applique. Okay, so let's say that this is the fabric we are going to use to place our applique, because when you are done, you are going to cut out a chunk of fabric. You're going to cut out a chunk of fabric that you're going to be using to place your applique, and then place it to where it's supposed to be. Okay, like this. Right, so let's say this is the chunk of fabric you're going to use. All right, so what you're going to do, you're just going to place your applique like this. You can hand tack it, you can sew it, you can do whatever you want as far as you're holding it in place. Okay, and this is the back. So see the reason why I say when you are cutting, you are going to cut on the tip. If you want this place to be the tip of the applique, then you are cutting here. Okay, so that when you place it, even if it turns to the back, that opening is not going to be showing. Okay, so that is why I say when you are cutting the opening, cut it down to the tip of the applique. Okay, so this is all for preparing a 3D applique. So you can go ahead and play with whatever shape you want, and you can go ahead and embellish it with beads if you like. Okay, so tell me in the comment section if you're going to try this out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.